Um, I guess I don't know how to word it, but I'm wanting to know how to set boundaries with, I would say my parents, but it's mostly my mom. I don't know how to ask her to respect my decisions. I guess have faith in me. She seems to not have any faith in me, and I don't really know why. Um, she's
What?
she
How
kind
does
of
she
sees
not
life.
have faith? How does she not have faith in you? You said she seems not to. Like what?
Um, my me getting divorced was a big topic. When I went through my divorce, she completely sided with my ex, even though it was best decision, and he knew it was the best. We both knew it was the best decision for us and the kids because it just wasn't healthy, and she didn't want that for me. And I stayed in the
Okay.
marriage
So
longer than I.
wait a minute. Hold on a second. So
Mhm.
what we've got is you disagreed, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
And what you disagreed on was about your life, not hers.
Yes.
Okay. And so what if you reframed it? Are you saying, how do I get my mom to have faith in what I'm doing? I mean, we can almost say, how do I get mom to agree with me on the choices that I make? Is that what you're asking? Because I don't know how to do that necessarily.
I don't think it's. I
People
don't think it's that.
disagree.
I think it. No, and I'm one of those, like, we can disagree and we can disagree and live life. She's one of those, if she hasn't convinced me to do things the way she wants me to do them, then it's going to be brought up over and over and over again.
Okay, that's
Either.
that's that's what she does, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a little line here that a friend of mine taught me one time. She was talking about her kids, that and
Mhm.
one of them was just yak 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 yak, just never shut up, right? And
Mhm.
and we were out together one day, and and she turned to her daughter and she says, you know, um, I gotta go play, or I gotta do something or something. And the little girl says, but mommy, I'm not through talking. And she turned to her and said, yeah, I, I know you're not, but I'm through listening.
Yes.
So I want to show you something in the math here. You said your mom is the type that keeps bringing it up, keeps bringing it up, keeps bringing it up, keeps bringing it up. There's
Mhm.
also, if this is a problem, there's got to be somebody that keeps listening, keeps listening, keeps listening, keeps listening.
Oh yeah, me.
People, there you go. People don't tend to talk to a dial tone very long.
Very true.
Okay, so let's talk about the specific. Which one is, what is she keeping bringing up now? It's not about the divorce. You're way past that. What's she bugging you about now?
Um, this is a touchy subject for some, but COVID. She doesn't
Yeah.
believe it's real. Because we decided to quarantine.
Wait a minute. Doesn't
It
believe it's
was
real. But she does not believe there is a bug that is called COVID, or she doesn't
no.
believe it's as bad as everybody thinks, or
She
what is she?
she doesn't believe it's bad as everybody thinks. She thinks because when it first hit last year and we quarantined, it was like basically her and my whole family kind of did not accept that. They didn't like that we were quarantining. They made Facebook posts and just little backhanded little things
Okay.
to make it look like I was being controlled by the government, basically.
Okay. So again, back to my initial statement. She disagreed. You had one opinion about COVID. She had a different opinion about COVID.
Mhm.
Okay. So give me the problem. Where does it manifest itself? You call her now. Hey, mom, how are your peanut butter and jelly sandwiches going today? And she says, well, they're COVID free because there's no COVID. I mean, how does this problem come into your life now?
Well, for example, my daughter, she had COVID. So, and she had it like a month ago. She's feeling better, but we had to take her to the doctor today. And my mom, the whole time she had COVID, she kind of acted like there was nothing wrong with her. But today she calls me and she had talked to my daughter, and she says, "You need to get her to the doctor now." And she's like, "Something's wrong with her." She said, "I hope you didn't give her the shot." And I said, "What are you talking about?" And she says, "The COVID shot, because I've had a friend who died from it." And it's like this, like,
Okay.
even whenever I'm not,
Okay. Let me
try to stay
just,
clear of these topics.
well, but you do, but she doesn't.
No, not at all.
Okay. So I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I grew up in the South, and a lot of times people had farms, and they would want the neighbor's cows to stay clear of their garden, but sometimes the cows
Mhm.
just wouldn't do that. You talk to the cows, you tell them salt licks over there, and sometimes those cows just keep wandering into your garden, right? So you know what they would do? They'd build a
What?
fence. They'd build a fence
Mm.
because the cows never would get it.
Mhm.
So let me give you an example of a fence. That's why we wrote a book called Boundaries. Okay.
Yes.
Hey, mom, do you be mom, and I'm gonna be you for a second, okay?
Okay.
Hey, mom, you I've heard you talk about COVID a lot, and you give me a lot of advice about how to handle life and the kids and stuff. Um, do you think there's anything that you've told me about COVID that I haven't heard from you yet? Is there anything I don't understand?
No, I just think you're listening to the wrong people about it, and you're
Okay, but
just.
hold on a second. Hold on, mom. Hold on. That's one of the things that you've told me. So I do understand that. Here's what I
Mhm.
understand. You think I'm listening to the wrong people. You think I'm being controlled by the government. You think so. Here's all the things I understand that you want me to understand. I'm asking you: is there anything that I've missed?
She would find something. I can't think of anything.
All right. Well, you can't think of anything right now, mom. I just want to tell you, I get it. So now because
Mhm.
I get it, and I have a different perspective. I also understand that it frustrates you and even concerns you and breaks your heart and maybe a bunch of other pain that I don't agree with you, and I'm doing my life a different way. I also get that. And I'm sorry that that's
Mhm.
frustrating to you. Okay. But here's what I want you to know. Unless there is
Mhm.
something new, some revelation that, uh, ET comes down from a spaceship and tells us something that we haven't heard yet. Okay. Unless there's
Mhm.
something new then I don't want to talk about COVID with you anymore. I want to talk about everything else in life. I love you. I want to be, you know, interact and but I will not have any more COVID conversations with you. And if you bring it up, then that's when I'll say, let's change the topic. And if you don't, then that's when I'll end the conversation. Because I think the frustration between us has gone on long enough.
I love that.
And that's being respectful and loving and say, I know you're not through talking about it, but I'm through listening.
I love that, because that's what I've tried to. I just stay quiet because I don't want to be disrespectful, but it's like
What does
getting
disrespectful mean? It's
tough.
not disrespectful. It's not disrespectful to disagree. Why do you think disagreeing is disrespectful? People disagree with judges. Your Honor, that's respectful. Mom, if I may approach the bench, I disagree here. I have another opinion. Respect doesn't equal being a slave, a clone, or a robot.
Mhm. I need to work on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Are you a Bible person by chance?
A Bible person? Yes.
A Bible person? You are. Okay.
Yes.
You know, the Bible says a couple of things about this, and some people get them mixed up. It says, honor your parents. Your honor, mom, mom and dad, thank you for birthing me, taking care of me all these years. If you ever need something in your old age, I want to help. I'm going to honor you. And then it says, children, obey your parents. Children.
Mm.
And then it says, after you are a child in Galatians 4, under guardians and managers, because right now she's playing guardian and manager like you're a child. She's trying to guard you from COVID and manage how you raise your kids.
Yeah.
It says you're under them until this certain date, and that's when you leave and cleave, and you are no longer under her government anymore. So you're going to disagree, and that is not a sign of disrespect. That is actually just an expression of respect if you do it respectfully. I respectfully disagree. That's a phrase. So think about that. Okay.
I will. Thank you so much.
All righty. Call me back. Tell me how that conversation goes. Sometimes
I
that's
will.
not sometimes that's not received well upon the first effort, and it takes a few. There you go. Okay.